Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. This is going to be another reaction video. I saw this coming. I don't remember if I said it in one of my Kamala, the anti-American videos, which I have a playlist for, ladies and gentlemen. Go check that out if there's any videos you haven't seen. I saw Tulsi kind of doing this. I'm kind of interested to hear exactly what she has to say because as a Second Amendment upholder, she kind of made some statements about gun rights that I was hesitant on, so I'm a little bit interested to see if she's going to touch base on that. But I saw this coming pretty much from a mile away. So, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you're liking, commenting, subscribing, turning on your bell notifications so you know whenever I do a video or do a live stream. I'm going to be going ahead. I think this is like an 8-minute video, so realistically, this is probably going to turn out to be 16 to 20 minutes. All depends on how well Tulsi says what she says or if I have comments. So, let's do this.
And we also have former Democrat Congresswoman and 2020 Democratic presidential candidate, a woman that everybody loves. I watched her years ago where she just had so much common sense. You know, we're the party of common sense. I like to say it because it's true. Like, we don't want men playing in women's sports. We want to have borders. We want to have fair elections. You know, little things like that, common sense, right? But she's here tonight, and I'm going to just ask her to come up and say a couple of words. Tulsi Gabbard.
Okay, so let's make something perfectly clear here. Now, you can thank Trump for it, or you can thank the current Democrat administration and how it's being run. You can thank it. But these are two Democrats, two lifelong Democrats that got flipped. You had RFK Jr. and you had Tulsi Gabbard. Oh, he even adjusted the microphone for her. Look, he knew exactly how tall she was. Look at that.
Thank you very much.
Oh, okay,
Aloha.
maybe a little change, but whatever.
You know, I was a Democrat for over 20 years. Today's Democrat, thank you. Today's Democrat Party is completely unrecognizable, which points
Amen.
to the clear choice that we have in this election today. When you look at the party of Kamala Harris, for example, she is anti-freedom, she is pro-censorship, she is pro-open borders, and she is pro-war. Without even pretending to care about peace, as President Trump talked about, she has shamelessly embraced the endorsement and support of warmongers like Dick Cheney and Liz Cheney and other.
Dude, okay. Excuse me. Sorry. I'm still recording this when I have a cold. Head cold. Fucking head colds suck. They're the worst kind. I would rather have the flu. Or, you know, the Roni. But the Cheneys was not a good idea. The Cheneys pissed off everybody. And they really pissed off Republicans because I'm from Wyoming. I'm in Wyoming now. I went to school with their granddaughter at East High School in Cheyenne, Wyoming. I went to school with the Cheneys' granddaughter. And Liz Cheney bit everybody Republican in the ass, Democrat in the ass. The pure fact that the Kamala administration is trying and has succeeded in getting the support of the Cheneys should just demonstrate just how desperate they are right now. By the way, careful what you see these next couple of weeks, because you're going to see some lies, you're going to see some truths. Don't believe everything you hear. Don't believe everything you see. Make sure you go to the source that it's coming from. Make sure you do your research, because there's going to be a lot of shit happening. Because they're gonna fearmonger, and they are gonna try to do some shady shit, just like they did last time. Especially now that they're trying to get a black woman president in, the first black woman president into office. They're gonna try everything. They're gonna pull all the stops, ladies and gentlemen. And when Trump does win, just be ready.
Others who care more about power and feeding the military-industrial complex than they care about you, the American people, and peace. President Trump has pledged to end wars, not start them.
He did his first 4 years, too.
And this is why, in the eyes of the Kamala Harris, Dick Cheney Democrat Party, they will do everything possible to try to destroy him. You'll see how they have weaponized the federal government. They have weaponized law enforcement, the Department of Justice. They have done everything possible to try to silence him, to try to remove him from the ballot, so we the people don't even have the choice to who we...
Yeah, what states were those? New Mexico, Colorado, Washington. I think there was a fourth one. It might have been one of the M's, Missouri or Mississippi. Probably Missouri. Again, I don't know how Missouri leans. There's 50 states. I can't keep track of all of them. But there was a couple of states where they were purposely trying to get him off the ballot. And this was like a year and a half, maybe 2 years ago now, when he really started doing his campaign trailer, campaign road or whatever. So they're like I just said just a moment ago, they're pulling out all the stops.
We want to vote for. Why have they done this? Because this man has the courage to take them on and root out the deep rot of corruption in the swamp in Washington.
Yep. Random hands.
Now, voters have made their voices heard loud and clear, not once, not twice, but 3 times in the last 3.
Fucking ads, I swear.
Three presidential elections, nominating this man to be the Republican nominee for president because of his commitment to these fundamental American principles of freedom and peace and prosperity. USA.
She's feeling that Trump crowd, baby. See, that's a little something right there. So you probably have thousands, not hundreds of thousands. I think hundreds of thousands might have been a realistic number for Butler. But you have thousands of people right there. And as soon as she turned back to the microphone, they quieted down to listen to what she had to say. Come on.
Those of you here or those watching at home who are independent-minded people like myself, who love our country and are committed to the Constitution and to freedom, the Democrat Party has no home for people like us. But we do have a home in the Republican Party where we are welcomed with open arms by President Trump.
Yep.
And so many of you who love our country.
We just don't want retards. And to further the point where we don't want retards, we had that boat thing that happened. I don't remember where that was at, where the dudes were flying the Trump flags and the Nancy flags, and they had the My Pillow sign up. Those dudes were not Trump supporters. Those dudes were strictly just feds. Those dudes walking around with the flags, with the white mask or gaiters all the way up to sunglasses and hat, those are feds. Those are not with us. They're outliers. Or they're just, like I said, the feds. They're not with us, and you can definitely tell they're not with us because the people with the boat, I think someone pulled ahead of them and then gunned their engine, which caused their boat to wreck into the side or the canal or the river or wherever the fuck they were at. They're really pulling out as many stops as they possibly can to try to get this guy not back in office.
And it is because of my love for our country, and specifically because of the leadership that President Trump has brought to transform the Republican Party and bring it back to the party of the people and the party of peace, that I'm proud to stand here with you today, President Trump, and announce that I'm joining the Republican Party. and joining the party of the people, the party of equality, the party that was founded to fight against and end slavery in this country. It is the party of common sense, and the party that is led by a president who has the courage and strength to fight for peace. So, as we stand here today, we have 14 days until the most historic election of our lives.
Dudes, I thought this was hilarious when I first heard it. And like I just said, you're going to hear a whole lot of shit not to trust, but I heard it from a couple of different sources. He's out here, and he's doing all these rallies, podcasts, interviews, whatever. RFK flipped and joined the Republican. I don't know if he's calling himself a Republican, but he joined in supporting Trump. Just had Tulsi Gabbard, who was, like she said, a 20-year Democrat, just flipped and is like, well, now I'm going to be with the Republican Party because the Republican Party is the party of the people. You know what Kamala's doing right now? Her bitch ass is on vacation. I heard from a lot of people, man. So I flip a coin if it's true or not, really. But if it's true that she's on vacation, 2 weeks, 14 days, well, as of the recording of this, bitch went on break. Like, when you really should be out there, like, pushing the shit, because early voting's done. Or, happening. We just did it here in Wyoming about 2-3 days ago. Georgia opened up. Florida opened up. I think there's a third one, but I can't think of it right now. Early voting's in. We got 2 weeks till the 5th. 2 weeks. This bitch went on break.
Lives. And my message to my fellow Americans, regardless of your political affiliation, now is the time for us to stand together to save our country.
Amen.
There is nothing less than that that's on the line. A vote for President Trump is a vote for a big open tent party that welcomes people from all backgrounds and all walks of life. A vote for President Trump is a vote to express our deep love for our country and our appreciation for our God-given rights and freedoms enshrined in the Constitution.
Yep.
A vote for President Trump is a vote for secure borders and safe communities, and a vote for President Trump is a vote for peace here in America and around the world. I'm looking forward to casting my vote for President Trump because you are our best and only hope in this election to lead our country toward a future where every one of us can live in a truly free, peaceful, and prosperous nation.
Yep.
Every single vote will count. This is our
So you get out there and
opportunity
vote.
to vote for freedom, to vote for peace, to vote for America, and vote for President Trump to go back to the White House and make America great again. Thank you so much.
I love you, sweetheart. I love you. Now, there's like a minute left, but I really just wanted to hear what she had to say. He got another one. He flipped another one, ladies and gentlemen. And you can either say Trump's the one who did it, or how batshit crazy the current administration has gotten. But when you have RFK, who's been a Democrat literally the entirety of his life because of his mom or his dad and then, grandfather or whatever. Well, he was more of a blue dog than like an actual Democrat. But he considered himself Democrat. And then, he sees what's going on. What was that? He was going to do an event and Biden denied him Secret Service protection or any protection at all. And then, of course, you had the attempts on Trump. So it's like the only thing that's happening right now is ways to get people to vote for Trump. Like, because Kamala's doing a shit job. Got way too emotional in the Fox interview. She said that the hurricane victims, which will go down in history for me, was only going to get $750 if they proved they actually needed it. You know, their daughter could be dead, mom or dad could be dead, their dog could be dead, their house is destroyed. Their whole life savings is destroyed because, of course, it destroyed not just homes but businesses because that could be where they worked. All kinds of shit. The donations that are coming are being taken by FEMA, and then FEMA's like, oh, look, we just got this stuff. We're going to give it to them. They're taking donations from real American heroes and calling it their own. I mean, all she's doing is shooting herself in the foot. And can we just talk real quick about, and by real quick, I mean just by me stating it right now, every time she does a speech when it comes to a black audience or a lighter but still dark audience or a Mexican audience, she changes her accent. Like, what the fuck? And then she lied about her black grandmother in a book or something like that, if I recall correctly. It was a Candace Owens thing to try to appeal to black voters. And when that failed and people called her on it because they had a family friend from X amount of years ago come out and say that was false, she tried to buy votes by saying that if she's elected president, black people will get reparations. By the way, if you're a black person and you're seeing this and you believe that you deserve reparations, that was 300 years ago. Get your head out of your ass. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you're liking, commenting, subscribing. Let me know what you thought down in the comments below. Do you see Trump 2024? Let me know honestly in the comments below. Make sure you're liking, commenting, subscribing. Like I said, but make sure to share this out with friends and family because YouTube's going to YouTube. I'll see you later.